Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning. All right, so let me ask you a question. What are your plans for when you can't provide your own food? Okay. Hopefully that never comes, but I want to give you this as a thought as to what's going on around the world and why you better figure it out fast how to provide everything that you can do. Okay. First, I want you to take a look at a map real quick. And this is what's going on in the United States. Okay, so take a look at this. This is the drought map of the U.S. for 1 week, how bad it got worse. Okay, and if you take a look at it, the entire Mississippi River Valley, the entire Ohio River Valley, basically, guys, that's where a lot of our food is grown. Okay. The drought is getting worse. We are not getting any rain, which means it's hard to grow crops. I already told you about the disasters that are going on with the corn crop, the wheat crop, the orange crops, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, peach crop. We talked about that a few days ago. So imagine this. Imagine there isn't enough food to be in the grocery stores to feed the masses. Okay, 350 million of us roughly. Gee, we're not growing enough. Well, we've done so good with our international relations lately, that what we're going to get food from Mexico? Don't count on that. Okay. But so let's say, hypothetically here, that we all get into a situation where okay, the only food available is government rations, right? That, we're going to start counting on the government to feed us. Let's talk about 99% of the people out there who are not anywhere self-sufficient. Their idea of self-sufficiency is living close to the grocery store. And now you need food from, I don't know, the Red Cross or the government itself or your church or whatever. Okay. We all know this is a possibility. Take a look at things like, I don't know, Katrina or Superstorm Sandy or any of these tornadoes that we've seen in the last 6 months where aid had to be brought in to feed people because everything got destroyed, right? Now think about everything we talk about over and over and over again about the powers that be and wanting control. Remember, it was Henry Kissinger. Control the food, you control the people. Take a look at what is going on right now in Ethiopia. Now, Ethiopia's always had a big food problem. Okay, people are starving constantly. It's not the fact that they're starving or whatever, that's my point. We know that. It's the fact of the aid coming in and what's happening to it. U.S. aid, probably a lot of you guys have donated money or something like that to some sort of charitable organization to feed the starving children. We all see those commercials on TV whenever I had TV. But it all goes to an organization, USAID, which is run by the World Food Program. Okay? And so they were sending a whole bunch of food to Ethiopia. Except the problem was the food was never getting there. And you might say, oh, well, there's warring factions going around, they're stealing the food, right? Sure, there's a possibility of that. I want to give you this part, okay? The World Food Program, who runs this? Well, the leaders of the World Food Program have been resigning lately because as there was an audit and an investigation into it, the food was missing and it was turning up on the black market. So the aid workers, those people that were there that were supposed to help the people, weren't giving the food to the people. They were stealing it and selling it to the highest bidder. Okay? It was donated to them by the goodness of people around the world. And the politicians and the bureaucrats stole the food and sold it for their own personal gain. Can you possibly see anything like that happening in an SHTF event? Oh, absolutely. Okay. Gee, we're going to go take Farmer Jones' corn crop and we're going to spread it out to the masses. And you get some bureaucrat, some politician who says, to hell with that. If I'm in control of this, I'm going to sell it to whoever can distribute it rather than donate it to them. And I'm going to pocket all the money, which at that point would probably be silver or gold. Okay. So can you imagine now going to an aid station, whatever would be, and, with your little coupon, think World War II ration cards or whatever, and say, I'm here to pick up my bag of flour and my half a dozen ears of corn. And the person in line goes, okay, that'll be 1 ounce of silver. What? Thought this was, aid for us, because we're starving out here. Oh, well, it is, but you still have to pay for it. How'd that work? Okay. That's literally what is going on in Africa right now. The donated food is getting stolen from the people that it's supposed to be given to. And so they are starving more than normal. And as some of the people are talking about in here, they haven't seen any aid in 7 months. Yet, God knows, we have donated hundreds of thousands of pounds of food to go specifically to them, and they haven't seen any in 7 months. Would you consider that a problem? Would you consider that something that you need to look at? Would you consider that a big reason why you need to figure out how to get your water situation taken care of? We all talk about having zero waters and Berkeys and mini Sawyers and everything to make drinkable water. That's important, okay? But where's the water coming from? That's fine and dandy if you have a Berkey, but a Berkey is not going to turn sand into water. It's not going to turn grass clippings into water. You pray for rain if it doesn't come. 2 years ago, here where I am, we had a drought in Tennessee. It did not rain a single drop for 59 days. Now, of course, it wasn't an SHTF situation. We still had a well. We could still pump water. But what are you going to do when it doesn't rain for 2 months? It's not raining in Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Indiana right now. Where's your water? Where's it coming from? What have you done for water storage for you to drink, water storage for you to cook with, water storage for you to bathe in, but also water storage for you to grow food? Because even if you think, well, you know what, I'm more of a meat and potatoes type guy. I don't, eat a whole lot of vegetables, and so I don't have gardens. Those animals you have, those chickens, those rabbits, those goats, those cows, they need water too. Where's the water coming from for them? This is what's going on, guys. And this is what you really need to start thinking. You need to get into bigger picture. Putting away beans, bullets, and Band-Aids is great. But without water, you're dead in 3 days. And I know we get people say, well, I can drink the water out of the can of green beans I have. Sure, that'll help you, no doubt. Okay. But the 2 ounces maybe of water that's in a can of green beans is not going to do squat for growing the green bean plant that you have out in your yard so you can replenish that. Something to think about. What is your water backup? When the city water's shut off, when you can't get it out of your well, when it doesn't rain, what are you going to do? That is the biggest challenge most of us are going to have. Pinball out.